My name is Sahar Atif and I am from the EMBA batch of 2017. I work in the industry as a designer and also as a faculty for fashion and the business of fashion. 2015 I went nationwide with my brand, and the numbers, the quantum of anything that I was doing was, it had multiplied, and I just felt I had wanted to do a master's for very, very long, but LUMS is just, it doesn't hit the it doesn't hit the horizon when it really comes to designers. We don't think of LUMS as our destination. So I would give credit to Asad Alam, because he is a friend, and Asad gave me the confidence that LUMS could be a possibility. Although I still feel that I'm not the real product that LUMS is sort of made for. It's more corporate and it's for managers and it's not for creative people. But I took that plunge, and I think that it's really balanced me as a human. It's been one of the best decisions of my life, because all my decisions were led by the heart. So LUMS kind of activated my mind. I think that it's a very, very doable program, and I don't know why people are just so hesitant or so intimidated by entering the gates of LUMS. I took that leap, and I always motivate people that they must do it, because it's perfect for professionals who are looking to expand their horizon, and LUMS is bringing so much together in one place that I feel that there couldn't be a better option. We are getting a 360 experience because of the quality of people that are there, the faculty and the student body. So I think it's like a one-stop shop for all kinds of professionals. I feel that a lot of institutions in Pakistan, LUMS being one of them, one of the leading ones, are at par to any international education. The greatest benefit I feel that comes with our local institutions is the fact that we are building up on our local networks also. So I think that in that regard we're parallel, if not better, than an international degree. So I was really skeptic, because I felt that I kept saying I'm not sure if I want to go, and the reason was that I felt that going to the US, I've already been, and why go to the US. But then when I went with the batch, and the visit to the Silicon Valley was absolutely incredible. The way the valley operates and the kind of people that LUMS sort of connected us with, it was thinking and sort of structuring and processing business in a different mindset altogether. Here in Pakistan, we sort of decide at 18 what we want to do with our life, and that's what we sort of commit ourselves. That's the social structure, and that's what we do for the rest of our life. Whereas that's not how that was, and I think that it was extremely, extremely enriching in terms of my outlook towards business. When I came back, I realized that I was just too deeply committed to fashion, and that I wanted to expand my horizons. And then I started recently I've been doing projects of a varied sort of areas and scope. I've been working in advertising a little bit and all. So I think that that did make me think on different lines. I think that everything has been fairly well thought out. So the power, the strength and the charisma that the senior faculty brings to the program, it's just, they're legendary. So it's great to say that, I've studied from Ehsan Saab or Jamshed Saab, because it's like a lineage that's running through for the past 30 years at LUMS. So that truly was a lot of fun. Their dedication, motivation, the experience. Along with that, the classroom, people from varied backgrounds. I don't know how my class tolerated me, because I was so annoying all the time. But I think all of that put together, and just being on a true, real campus where you can actually go out and see students interacting and be a part of student life. Overall, I've been engaged at some level with the MBA also. I think that the case methodology is, to me, very interesting. I'm an avid reader, so I enjoyed it thoroughly, and till date I keep going back to the cases and sort of referring to them when I have to teach again at other institutions or at LUMS also. But I just feel that it's a great way of diving in and getting to understand the 360 perspective of business. Having said that, I think the way that the MBA program has been pivoted a little, and the industry, the experiential learning element that has been added to it, that connects the theory with the practical, and it also exposes students to the current landscape and various industries, and I think that that's a brilliant sort of initiative. In all honesty, I was working like all artists work, which was temperamentally and emotionally and all of that. So the EMBA kind of added a method to that madness. It structured me, and it made me realize that goals are to be set and they are to be defined, and I think that it gave me very definitive leadership qualities, because I am leading my business and dealing with people, managing the supply chain. To me, when I came into LUMS, my biggest achievement was that मुझे Excel में formula लगाना आ गया था, and I thought, oh my god. So I thought कि अब तो मेरा पैसा वसूल हो गया, ठीक है. But having said that, if I was to overall look at it, I think professionally it's made me a much more concrete and a complete person. Yes, I think that as a woman, the EMBA was very defining for me. Only yesterday somebody was saying that LUMS में तो लोगों के अच्छे भले लोगों का हशर हो जाता है, how do you manage to do it? So that whole struggle of getting up early and packing your bags, coming to school, that was very, very good for my boys to see, for my children to see that this is a way of life. This is how with what sincerity education is to be pursued, and age is not a factor. So another thing that I felt that LUMS kind of made me understand that my view on my industry was very myopic. So it made me understand that there are various horizons now with this degree, the previous one being a fashion degree and this one being a more generic business degree. It just meant that there were so many more platforms that I could play on. So fashion still remains my strength, fashion and academia remain my strength, but it doesn't mean that I will not work with other industries. And I think that people from other industries are just more welcoming towards me when they think that I am from LUMS, because otherwise it was always thought that I'm a professional in the fashion industry. Now I'm looked at more as an entrepreneur, or more with a wider sort of lens. Success to me is a vision which is powered by a very well thought out strategy and fueled by hard work. So a few components kind of, so the vision you have to think through, the strategy you have to devise, and the hard work is where you slog. And I've always been a hard worker, never strategized as I do now, and I think that like I said, it's made my horizons wider. So I'm looking at the larger picture rather than just that one bridal that I have to make that has to be the finale for the runway. Now I'm thinking bigger and thinking larger. So I think that the relationships that I built, they are my greatest takeaway. These are people who I would have never made friends with. These were people who I never interacted with. They were just not my kind of people. I come from a design background, and these were people who were working in the corporate sector. I would never enter a service industries ka daftar or a Zong ka office. It's just not my space. And because of these people, they enriched my entire experience so much that I feel, and of course the faculty. So Jamshed Sahab is quite used to an odd Sunday with me calling him and nagging him with one thing or the other, or Ehsan Sahab for that matter, that I want him to come and teach give a lecture as a guest speaker at an institution. So I think the relationships are just really precious. I recommend this program to everyone, and I just feel that LUMS should really reach out to a lot of very successful women entrepreneurs who are as intimidated as I was. And we're all running businesses and we're all doing very well, but we are not doing it as well as we could if there was the MBA behind them. But somehow there is a barrier, there is reservation when it comes to applying to LUMS. So I think that is an untapped market, and it must be something LUMS should access.